Blow.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien. I'm back again with my Brink playthrough. This is Mission 2 on the Resistance side. But before we get into the gameplay, I do want to apologize for not getting a video up at all this weekend. I know I said today, but this is probably going to upload tomorrow or really early in the morning. So what I'm going to try to do at the very least is get a video up today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Right off the bat, Tuesday's probably going to be a Battlefield or Homefront game, and then after that, either a Battlefield or Homefront game, depending on which I upload on Tuesday, and then we'll get back into the Brink playthrough. It's just been a very, very, very hectic weekend, and I'm not going to get into details, but I was just unable. This is the first half an hour I've been able to sit down and actually do something and get something up for you guys. But we'll get in. You'll see right off the bat I switched to Soldier because your first objective here is to open the panel and then put a charge on it. So you just want to run in there, get to it right away, get the panel open because it does take a few seconds, and get the charge on, and then start to defend the charge. Now, the enemy is actually coming from up above you and behind you. So you have to be really wary here. If you just bolt to it, if you waste too much time, you can get caught in the back, and it's kind of a bitch to get to. But you'll see as right there as they're dropping down from up above, and then they can drop it down from up above you on the left as well, and just collide in between in the middle. And it's not really set up very good for them to defend this charge. I don't think I've ever had bots or players get the charge actually off. I think in this game they came close, but I saved it, and that's the closest I've ever seen it because I just didn't notice a guy coming down. And that's the Dragunov light rifle at its finest. I do fail with this light rifle in this quite a bit. Oh yeah, and what I'm running here is the Ret assault rifle. I have the grenade launcher attachment on it with adjusted iron sights and the duct tape magazine with a silencer on it as well. I thought it was a little different setup. I don't think I used the grenade launcher at all because I think I actually forgot I attached the grenade launcher, which in itself is a fail because I set it up right before I started this game. But what are you gonna do, you know? So here we are. We blew the charge, and now we're getting up into the hacking the safe. Now you have to be careful because you can get choked up in here quite well. I mean, the bot got here really quick, which surprised the living hell out of me, to be honest. I couldn't believe there was a bot here already hacking. But from where I came from, if you have light and medium body style and you're trying to defend this, there's boxes where you can get up and around and behind everybody and come up right on this landing, or you can try to make your way up the stairs and cut everybody off that way as well. As you just as you see that guy and I get owned by a shotgun. I played around with the shotguns a little bit in heavy light body style, and man, that one shotgun is so weak. I think it's called the Mossington. But here we get spawn trapped a little bit. I was honestly, I've never seen this before. This is the first time this has happened to me, where they spawn trapped the shit out of us. And the bot finishes up the hacking. But then again, you know, it's one of those things with the bots. They get distracted like this, and I don't know what these guys were doing down here. You can see my guy running off with the data key. I think he does get stopped, but I was like, what is going on? And I don't even know what I got blown up by there. But this mission can become a real pain in the ass at this moment. Once you hack the safe and are trying to deliver the data key, it becomes almost a nightmare. Like, it's probably the hardest part of the mission, to be completely honest, even though you have to run that data key probably 100 yards. And if you have the bots pick up the data key, you might as well forget it. You might as well. You can try to defend them, but they're most likely going to die in a hurry, and then the data key is going to get returned. So you might want to just hang out. Once you see a bot pick it up, just hang out, let the data key get returned, and go from there. I mean, every time these guys picked it up, I just cringed. But there's two routes you can go to deliver this data key. This is one route, straight up the gut. The problem is here, they spawn to the left at where you see them coming out. They spawn to that left, and it's just a constant feed of them coming through. I've never been able to get through there at all. I mean, no matter what I've tried. See, I mean, I'm getting owned here. No matter what I've tried, I've never been able to deliver the data key through that door. I've had to sneak around and let them kind of get, how do I want to put it, kind of distracted. And then just run up and put it in, because obviously when you go to upload the data key, it's really, really fast. So you don't really have to worry too much. Once you're there, there's a slim chance that they might knock you off. I mean, it can happen. It has happened. But it's a very slim chance that you're going to get knocked off of it. But here I'm just kind of waiting for the data key to get returned. Now I'm trying to beat the bot there again. And I think he gets it, and then I just decide to hang out, I believe. Or I do try to defend him maybe, and it just doesn't work out once again. But this is where you'll get choked up a lot. This is usually the delivery area I go. And this was kind of an accident on my part. I should have just let them be and worried about the data command center and just not worried about it, because they would have just sat there, did their thing, and then come after us. But then again, they might have come behind us. So it was one of those things where I was like, the hell with it. I'll get some kills while the bot's running the data key, and he's going to get killed anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But here's where I see my chance. I get the data key, and we just go for it. I almost missed it and started taking off running, which would have been interesting and even more of a fail than anything I've done so far. But here I just say screw it. I was going to fight those guys, but I just decided not to worry about it. And then I almost run straight into this guy, and I decided to back up and let my teammates take care of it a little bit and see what happens. I think I do have to finish. Yeah, I see this, and then see right here, I come up, sneak through here, and just bolt for it. Most of the time they will have 2 turrets set up here on both sides, and if they do have that, you have to take one of them out, and the other one I don't think will turn far enough to get to you. So you don't really have to worry too much about that, but one of them's going to have to go. And they do set that setup often. You'll see a turret on each side, and you're pretty much screwed. And here I switch to medic to keep the escort up, because bots fail quite often at that as well. I wish the escort would, this kind of reminds me of MMOs where you get an escort mission and the guys are like, yeah, let's get out of here, and then they walk the entire way. Oh, sorry, I had to take a drink there, but I wish it would. I guess, at least in this game, he's injured, obviously shot, maybe a broken rib, maybe they, screwed his hip a little bit, it looks like. Not exactly sure what's wrong with the guy. But this is easier than delivering the data key, actually, in my opinion. I've had an easier time escorting them than I have delivered the data key. And you'll see they come up from here a lot, but this is the path your bot's going to take, is down through here. And down and around, and then back up where you started is where you got to go and take them up. So if you're a medic, you can heal yourself, but make sure you're not just running around buffing your teammates, because you'll run out of supplies, and then you won't be able to get your escort up. I mean, the bots do a pretty good job at it, but they don't do a great job at it. There's sometimes when they'll just leave him sitting there forever, and you have to do it. I mean, that's why I always switch to medic now. I got sick of running with soldier and running with engineer and having the bots just not revive the guy. So I just said, screw it, we're going to do medic no matter what. I don't have medic set up. I think I have like 2 points put in the medic. I might want to play around with that some more, maybe start a new character and go strictly with medic or respawn. I don't know. Right now, it's, like I've said, it's engineer and operative, and I'm loving life with those 2 guys right at the moment. So, but when the time comes, there's times you just need to change. And here I decided, you'll see a lot of bots. And that was a complete fail on my part. But you'll see a lot of bots hang up in that area. There'll always be one, at least one, but most of the time there's 2, 3, even 4 in that little room at a time, just hanging out, kind of picking people off left and right, and nobody seems to go for them. So I try to clean that room out first and make sure nobody comes in that room and gets behind you. And see, this is where I'm talking about. I fail quite often with this Dragunov light rifle. It is what it is. I wasn't really expecting it. This is like the first game I think I played with it, and short range was okay because I could just blow off a bunch of rounds, kind of like a, semi-automatic shotgun. But I started to have to play with the recoil, let the recoil sit, pull the trigger, let the recoil sit, pull the trigger. But at least it's not a bolt action, and you're spending most of your time knocking somebody down for them to get revived in between your bolts. So as we're going through here, you'll see this is pretty straightforward, but it is one of the bigger pain-in-the-ass missions on the Resistance side as a whole. This is probably the second hardest, I would say, out of all of them, and it's just strictly because of all the... Actually, pretty much anything with an escort can become a real pain in the ass at times. But I mean, it's probably the second hardest mission. There is one that I know for sure that we'll get to that I know is quite a bit harder. Now here, after you make it through that hallway, this is starting to choke point number 2, because they spawn up at the top of that thing and a little bit to the left, as you'll see. I'll show you here in a minute, and it becomes a huge choke point. What I suggest is to knock them down and let them just sit there and rot, and try to at least try to get the medic first. I know it's not possible at all times, but man, I got frogs in my throat today. I almost feel like I swallowed one. Sorry, but try to get the medic first, obviously, if you can, but not all the time you can. I don't even know what I got killed by there either. Maybe a grenade launcher or something, or a hell of a good throw from a hand grenade. But it is quite a bit. It becomes quite a bit of a run to get back at times. So you kind of want to be safe. You don't want to just throw yourself at the enemy over and over and over again. You kind of want to be safe and just keep moving forward little by little by little. And because it does become quite a long run. Because I don't think there's another spawn point between there and the end of the escort mission. I think that is the last spawn point for the Resistance side, at least. I mean, the security side keeps moving back, obviously, but you have to quite a long run. So if you're doing this mission on the security side, when you have to defend this, you wipe them out. You got a good chance of stopping them. But you'll see there, right where I'm picking this guy off, is they have a little spawn point down below there. So that's why it becomes a huge, huge choke point right here. And once you get past this, you also want to be very careful. They will come up behind you, and I believe they come up behind me here in just a minute. And I think they wiped the whole damn team out. So this is basically right back to where you're planting the charge. You have to get back through there, but they're going to be dropping down behind you and off from your left and right. Most of them come from the left in this case, because they're coming up and from behind. They're coming down, dropping down. There's an MG nest up there, and then there's to the left there's a big spawn point, and this is where the bots like to set up the turret, is right in that corner. I think every single game I've ever played, they've always put a turret up in that corner for whatever reason. It doesn't really make much sense, to be completely honest, because it doesn't really do anybody any good. And I think I just try to pick it off a little bit for a little bit of EXP as we're making ourselves around this corner. Because once you get your bot on that ramp, it's game over. I don't think your guy can be stopped at that point. I mean, there's just there's too much of a run for them, and you just got too much of a firepower waiting for them if they do make it off. And here, I'm just picking off, getting a little bit of EXP, failing at the dragging off, showing you why I don't snipe. And, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward mission. But like I said, I do apologize once again for not bringing you guys a video as often as I should be and often as I want to be. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. There's a lot more to come here, and there's going to be a lot more videos processing through. Boom, 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 boom for you guys to get back on track. And that will be that. I mean, again, thanks for 150 subscribers. I just broke that little thing the other day. I didn't even see it coming. I looked at my email and I seen subscribe. I'm like, wow. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy my videos, and welcome to my channel. So, as always, have a nice day. Hope you enjoy this little video, and hope you can pick up some tips and tricks. Peace.